What's up guys, it's Kaisan here and welcome back to our Path of Exile tutorial. We are in our hideout still and we will do some daily missions now. One thing that we're going to do first, I wanted to show you
Ready
guys
for the
that
hunt?
you don't have to go to town, back to town necessarily if you want to sell items that you find now. You can just sell them to your masters that you have in your hideout. If you want to buy any items of the vendors, you obviously have to go to the specific town, like Act 2, if you want to see if there's, a good weapon on the vendor. That you can't do in your hideout, but if it's just
Yes.
about selling items that you find, you can do that right here. And I found a chromatic on the vendor, so I'm going to sell that. But I wanted to, again, as usual, have a look at some of the rare items that we found in the last episode. The first one is a bow. The base is level 19. It's a bit low. It has the percentage increased physical, but it has no flat physical, so that already makes it pretty bad. There's a bit of lightning damage on it. Life leech is okay. Mana and life on kill, not really that great. So because this is missing the flat physical, it's not good, and we're just gonna vendor it. This chest plate has a really low base, so that's why it's already bad. It has not enough armor for our level. And apart from that, there's no life on it. There's one resist, and the resist itself is not that great. Nothing else really that we need, so that's an easy sell. On this tunic, the base is a bit higher, so that's a bit better. We have life on it, but there's not a single resist, and it's only one socket. It's not a great item. And if we compare it to what we have life and 2 resists and mana on the one that we're wearing right now, so it's not comparable. So this is going in, and we will get the chromatic as well. So all of this we're just gonna sell and drop in here. Okay, so as I was saying towards the end of the last episode, we will try to get some sort of chain going on here.
You are a welcome sight.
So you usually want to start with the mission that is the lowest level, just because depending on your level you will gain more experience
Ready for
doing
the
that.
hunt?
So this is roughly 30.
You are a
This
welcome
is
sight.
27, 28. So we will go for this daily mission first.
The ancestors watch over.
And once you start a daily mission, you will get this portal in your hideout, and it will lead you to an area where you can complete the daily. Obviously you can fail it, but let's hope that we're able to complete it.
Talamoana, warrior.
And for Haku missions, I will actually not cut anything because there is a chance that it is a timed mission, and I don't want OBS to screw me over, so we won't have any cuts in here. Enter the haunted area, find the spirit. Okay, so this one is without timing, so I can actually cut it and come back to you guys if there's anything interesting going on in here. I was actually not quite correct with the monster level that I estimated. I was estimating level 28, and this is 31 zone. So that's 5 levels above our level right now. So we probably get some XP penalty, and we might also have some slight issues dealing with the monsters in here because they are a bit higher level than we are. I just wanted to show you guys that there's a lot of fire going on in here, and there's not really a place in here where you won't get hit by one of those spirals. So if you're trying to stand here, you will still get hit by one of them. And I don't know what my fire is. Let me check. It's only 25, so they deal a fair amount of damage to me at this point. And there's only fire mobs in here, so, or mainly these Undying Wretch just have melee attacks. But I'm taking a fair bit of damage, and also, as I said, it's monster level 31. So it's you know, some damage coming my way. I just wanted to show you guys the totems and what they do in here. One more thing that I want to share with you guys is the closer you are to those things, the more damage you will take. So this was quite a significant amount of damage, but if I'm far away from this guy when he does his round, then you know it's not as significant. And we actually leveled up, so we will quickly put a point here to get another 4% dodge and continue. We made it to the end of the area. I already drew some of these blue mobs out, and the boss, as you can see if we go over here, he uses ball lightning. Those are that's actually a totem that he spawns, and the totem uses ball lightning. And then also we've seen this one before, that's storm call. So it charges up the area, and after a certain amount of time it deals damage in that particular area. So here there's a lot of lightning damage coming our way. We also have the fire totems around. Oh, yeah, so there's a lot of damage coming in. And he also teleports, so he has a lightning warp to get from one place to the other. So we have to be a bit careful here, because we might get shock stacked, and then we have to get out of here. We might get shock stacked, and then we have the fire and lightning damage coming at us at the same time. So this is a bit about trying to evade the damage coming in. There's fire damage coming in here. You can see that we drop relatively low, you know. I'm just trying to make sure that I evade most of it. So once that fire thing is going, I'm trying to get relatively far away. It should, it's going now. And once that is over, oh, now he moved. Okay, let's go here and get out of here before that damage comes out. So it's all about knowing when to stand where and when not to stand in another spot. Where did he go? Okay, the fire should come out any second, and I don't want to be close to this totem. Now it's over. Now I can go in and finally kill this guy. And that was another mission, Blight Rays, and we managed to do it. So now we just have to pick up.
That would only slow me down.
Ow. Whoa, okay, you can see how much damage that actually dealt to me. I'm just gonna reshuffle some things in here so I can pick up that one item. And then we'll pick up the spirit and make our way out of here as soon as possible. And as we make our way out, we obviously still have all of those totems, and they will deal damage to us the closer we are to them. Okay. Alright, well, that was relatively painless, and we managed to fulfill that mission. And now, that was exactly what we wanted. We had Haku level to 3. Wow. I did not expect this though. I thought he would only go to like tiny amount of reputation at level 3, but he's almost to level 4 already. So this is something where we could reconsider actually dismissing Haku. And trying to get him to level 4. I think it makes sense, yes. We can, you know what? We can actually make it a bit different than we originally planned. We can go back to our hideout, and we can keep Haku here, because well, you could create a hideout with Haku now because he's level 3 as well. So that would be a different tile set for a hideout. I can show you the tile set. We don't have to accept the hideout, but just to show you what Haku offers. It's a coastal hideout. So this is, you know, some nice sandy beach here with the coast right here. So it looks pretty nice. And now you could, if you wanted to, claim this hideout, but I don't really want to. So I'm going back to my original hideout.
You are
And
a
since
welcome
he
sight.
is already this high up here, what I'm thinking about is just
Another day in the land of plenty.
dismissing Torah and bringing in the other masters for Torah, because we will lose almost no reputation with Torah if we dismiss her right now. We could do the daily mission on her, but this one is in the 30s, and we want to try to level all of our masters equally, so we don't have really low level missions on some of them and really high level missions on others. So I think it's a good idea at this point to dismiss Torah, and we can get somebody else in. We could always get her back in and do the mission if we manage to level all the others.
It is good to see you.
Since Haku leveled, one thing to check out again is what he offers. And he has some red gems on sale, but there's no... The only thing I'm looking for here are quality gems. He has none of them on sale. So that's all for now with Haku. Actually, there was one thing on Haku that we could have a quick look at. He had one gem that he wanted to sell, or that he was offering, that we haven't seen before. So we can quickly talk about this one. It's called Endurance Charge on Melee Stun, and that basically already tells you what it's all about. If you have this support gem on your attack, and you stun an enemy with your attack, so this makes sense with attacks that already have innate stun in them. Trying to think of one. I think Ground Slam is pretty good for stunning. So if you have this support gem with Ground Slam and you stun an enemy attacking with Ground Slam, you will get an Endurance Charge. And Endurance Charge, as we already talked about, is a passive charge that increases your physical resistance. So it's kind of like an armor boost in a sense. So that's a new one that we haven't seen before, and you can see that this is it requires level 24 at level 1. So this is already higher than the level 19 one that we saw before. Now we dismissed Torah, and we want to get another master into a hideout. And for that, we'll go back to Lion's Eye Watch. Lion Eyes Watch. Here we go. And we'll talk to Elrion.
God bless you, Exile.
And invite him to a hideout. Now, it's okay, they're kind of on top of each other, but we can move them around. Since it's the first time that Elrion is in our hideout, he offers us his crafting tool, which we gladly take. Whoops, and we can put that down right here. Done. And we already saw that the Bowmaker tool is mostly for ranged weapons and some belts. The Armorer workbench is mostly for armor pieces, and the Blessing font is for amulets and rings. So it's again a different focus. So this looks kind of weird and it's annoying, so we just take one of them and put him over here, Elrion in this case. Done. So you can just move them around however you want. And
God bless you, Exile.
now we're going for the daily mission on Elrion. So he will open a chamber, and let's see what level this is. 29. Yeah, that should be fine. So Elrion again is all about his
God bless you on this fine day, Exile.
his relics, and his missions are either destroy relics or defend a relic. And in this case, since there's only one here, it's about defending the relic. So you should get ready before you talk to him, because once you talk to him, you will get all these monsters spawning in from portals. So I'm ready.
Any moment now.
Let's talk to him. And in this one, we just have to defend. Sorry, we have to defend it for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of waves, monster waves. So we're just gonna obviously try to destroy those necros as fast as possible because they would otherwise revive everything in here. I'm just gonna send our spectral throw in every which direction. So you can see that oh, wall orb, nice. The relic takes some damage,
My mana is
but
full.
if we manage our mana and our attacks well, we can evade most of the damage that would be dealt to the relic. And here we go. That was enough, and we defended long enough or enough waves. And at this point, the mission is over, and all the rest of the mobs that are still there are just cleaned out by this this wave that is going out from Elrion. Now, if we talk to him, we can see that we leveled with him as well. Damn. We get a lot more reputation than I initially thought. I don't really want to dismiss him. So I think that's it for our daily missions, because we have Haku and Elrion that we both have somewhat halfway towards level 4 already. So we will not invite another master. We will level cold damage, yes, and we found another wall orb, which is really nice. But that's for the daily missions, and at some point during the day those will reset, so you can do them again. I'm not quite sure what time it is. I think for my time zone, it really depends on the time zone, as far as I know. I think for my time zone is usually 4 p.m. But you'll have to figure that out yourself when those missions reset in your time zone. Just know that they do, and then you can do the mission again. Obviously, since this reputation is now increased, this will be a higher level zone that you have to do the mission in. So maybe next time the mission will be monster level 35, which means that at some point you are too low level to actually do those missions, and you first have to level up before you can do them. So now we finished the mission, and if we talk to Elrion, he had his level up, which means he has new items on here. It's not only when they level up, but also if you do a daily mission on one of the masters, the items on here will reset. So every time you do a daily or the master levels, you should check back in here and see if there's anything anything new, anything interesting. So in terms of items, I still think that it's not worthwhile to buy any of the unidentified ones. They're simply too costly. But we'll have a look at the gems. Again, there's no quality, so I'm not going to buy any of them. We already have a weapon elemental, so you know that one. Flammability is a curse that makes opponents less fire resistant, so you deal more fire damage to them, which would be good, for example, for one of the spells that we recently found for Flame Blast, because it strictly deals fire damage to enemies. Searing Bond is another spell. It's a spell and a totem at the same time, and it deals fire damage. So as you've seen, when I put my decoy totem down, you put your totem somewhere where you have your mouse cursor at that time. With Searing Bond, it's the same. You put a totem down, but on top of just putting the totem down, there will be a beam of fire that is between you and the totem. So basically you put that totem down, and as you move yourself, that beam will move with you, and if enemies are hit by that beam, it deals damage to them. This is actually one of the best skills for leveling. It's, I don't know, I personally find it's a bit boring, but a combination of Flame Blast and Searing Bond is often used, especially by racers at the beginning of the league, to level as fast as possible. Now, I had a rare staff drop, and this is actually a weapon upgrade for us. If we compare it, and if we don't even look at the attacks per second, we can see that the physical damage itself is already higher, both the low end and the top end. And then it has more attacks per second. So this is a pretty significant increase in damage for us. As I said before, when I augmented this staff that we were using up until now, the cast speed that I augmented didn't do anything for it. On this new item we have attack speed instead of cast speed, so that's really good. We also have 3 life gained for each enemy we hit, which is basically life leech. The life gained on kill is some sort of life leech as well. It's a bit, I would say, a bit less consistent, and accuracy is also good because at this point we're not hitting 100% of the time, so this should slightly increase. Let's see. No, it stays at 93, but it's still it makes a small difference, you know, not a big one, but it's fine. So if you look at your spectral throw damage right now, we have 75. You can look at it here or in here, and if we put this in, we jump to 108. So that's a really significant damage increase. That's more than 30%. So this will be really good for us. And it has well, the 3-link is not really that important because it's all blue and we don't really need blue. And again, I don't really want to use currency like chromatics on it to change it right now, because we don't necessarily need this. And you know, we already have all the links that we need at this point. But what I want to do is I want to fill all of these empty sockets that we just gained. So I just randomly grabbed some of the blue gems that dropped for us already, Flame Blast and also Valpyrosiphon, and I'm just gonna put them in there. So always try to max out your sockets and level some gems. You can still, you know, you can still sell them even if they're leveled up, and depending on how much you leveled them, they will actually be more valuable leveled up than at a level 1 as you just found them. Alright, so that's a pretty significant damage upgrade that we just found. And now, since we're done with the dailies, we will actually continue from the wetlands and we'll try to get into this zone over here. So we're back in the wetlands, and in terms of layout, I already showed you guys that the side area, the Dread Thicket, is usually on the left side. It used to be that the entrance to the other area that we have not explored yet, it used to be that this was always on the right side of the map. They changed it a bit, so it's a bit more random, and it could be somewhere over here as well. For now, because it still mostly is over here, we're just gonna go this way, and here we hit the water. Oh, and actually some powerful crit one. Okay, gotta be careful here. Alright, it's already down. You can see, wow, okay, the damage is pretty insane right now, so we kill everything really quickly. Alright, a Moonstone Ring, not sure if we've seen that before. A Moonstone Ring gives you energy shield instead of life, so it is similar to a Coral Ring, but it gives you energy shield. So if we're going back to what I showed you right here, if you don't go for a life-based character and go for CI, your maximum life becomes 1, so it doesn't make any sense for you to wear a coral, because you don't benefit from the plus to maximum life. So in that case, you do highly benefit from Moonstone Rings, which give you additional energy shield. Okay, so you're trying to get to this rock wall. There's some ROAS here. I'm just gonna skip all of this. I'm relatively high level for this zone anyway. Well, okay, this is quite a bit of experience with some blue mobs in this rare, so I will definitely kill those and just pick up the stuff here. Alright, but you just follow this this side of the map, and usually there's a high percentage chance that the entrance to the next area is somewhere around here. In this case, that's sadly not the case. So if that's Okay, okay. Leave me alone. If that's not the case, you continue follow this side, and here we go. This is the entrance to the Caverns, level 1. Now, the Caverns are, there's 2 levels. In this first level, we don't really encounter too many new mobs. They're a bit, we have some archers. A difference for those archers is that they cast, they have a curse that they cast, and it's projectile weakness, so exactly the same as we're using, which means they deal increased damage to us when that curse is active, and they also knock us back, which you can see if I'm just not against the wall and they hit me, the curse is on, I should get some knockback. No? Come on. Do I have to move to get that knockback? Oh yeah, there was a tiny bit of knockback. Okay. Well, you'll notice it when it happens, so your character gets knocked back. It might be that you have to be moving at this point. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Fractured. Okay, we haven't seen this. Fractured is really interesting. It's another invasion mod on a boss. This one also has enemies are slowed. And Fractured means that once you kill this monster, it will fracture into a certain amount of white monsters of the same monster type. It could be, you know, it could be just 2 of them. Sometimes it's up to 10 or even more. So it's a bit of RNG involved here. You just saw the knockback, by the way. So depending on the monster type this fractured mod is on, this can be really dangerous. So on this one it's not too bad. You again saw the knockback. So I kill it, and you can see that. There we go. That was actually an encounter that we had to see. That was one. That was roughly 10 that came out of it. So you can imagine that if it's a dangerous monster type, that you don't necessarily want to be in the middle of 10 of those. So yeah, this could be potentially really dangerous. Okay. Oh, this is another mob type that I wanted to show you. They are bears again, so that's nothing new. The news here is that they have this aura here. We've seen it before, and this is a sign for a chaos aura that deals damage over time. Since my life regen is so high, you can't really see it. I'm still regenerating life, but you can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of slow. If I get away from him, you can see that my life regen is a lot faster. So there is actually some degeneration going on, but my life regen is too high so that I still don't take damage from it. So those ones are in here. There might be another mob type. I'll come back if I see one. Okay, so here we got some spiders. Seen them before. Just a normal melee attack. Nothing special. Now what you're looking for in this area is a long bridge. This is the, I would say, the halfway point in the area. So if you find this bridge, you cross it, and the exit towards level 2 is on the other side of this bridge. So if you have anything that is unexplored on, you know, this side of the bridge, you don't really have to explore it, because it will definitely not be the way forward. So here we actually, in the same area, found another fractured mob, and you can already see that this is a bit more dangerous. You know, if you're in the middle of 10 of these huge bears, this one actually also has powerful crits and frenzy as damage, so in itself it's dangerous. So you kind of want to, once it fractures, you want to get away from it a bit and just try to use your ranged attack to deal with the monsters coming out of it. Eventually you will find this zone right here, just going around this little wall, and you'll get to Caverns level 2. And in here, the monsters are a bit different from level 1. And we should encounter a monster type that we haven't seen before. So it starts out with this little bridge. And then, yeah, you will see phantom oculists in here. And you can see they have a wand attack that they use. And we also have these the bears in here again, um, with the degen aura. Okay, let's level this. So the main mob that I wanted to show you were those occultists that are using the wands and the ranged attacks. That's basically all they do. We actually found another shrine right here, so I'm just gonna get rid of these mobs. Okay. And it's called a static shrine, and you can see it basically casts an attack at us. It's a lightning-based attack. It's called Arc, and Arc. Oh, I don't know if we've seen those. We've seen the model before, but the difference here is they use phase run, and phase run is a skill where you can see he's kind of getting a bit see-through. Not sure how to call it otherwise. So if he's using that, he's increasing his movement speed as well. And the first attack that he deals to you in this mode deals increased damage to you. This used to be a skill back in the day, but it was so one-sided that everybody had to use it, and that's why they took it out. But you can still see it on this type of monster. Okay, so what I wanted to say about this one, this is a skill called Arc. It's a lightning-based skill, and it chains from one person to the next. So if you would be in a party and all of you guys would stand here, it would just chain to the other party members as well. Since we haven't used this, okay, so we can use this, and you can see that it will just consistently damage this guy. And we already saw that there's a tormented spirit around, so we'll try to find it. Where are you? That's still... Okay. I thought it was right around the corner, but apparently it's not. We get our level up here. Let's level anger. Yes, you. Thank you very much. And we continue looking for the spirit. It might have already fled. I don't know, but this is a long way. I don't think that the spirit is still here. It would have needed to be closer. So I'm pretty sure that I didn't realize that it was there and it already fled. It's too bad. But I mainly wanted to highlight this this shrine that we haven't seen before. Oh, okay, I just came back over here and it just disappeared before my eyes, so it seems like I ran right past it. It might have been in the crevice right here. Damn. Now there's a waypoint in this zone, and it's usually pretty straightforward to finding it. From the start you go over this bridge, and then it's basically a straight line, and I can already see that it's over here. So you have the entrance to another area which is still part of Caverns level 2 here, and you get a quest. Once you enter in here, you have the waypoint, and then you can continue through this door into the area beyond and try to find your way into the ancient pyramid. We'll go back to town first and sell some of our stuff, and actually put that skill point to use. Okay, so this is the last one before we finally get face acrobatics, another 3% dodge. I'm trying to make these episodes a bit shorter, so we'll end it right here. We almost made it all the way through Act 2. The caverns and the ancient pyramid that comes right after it, they're actually the last areas in this act, and then we will fight the act boss of Act 2, which is on the top of the ancient pyramid, and we'll find out what it is soon enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you want to support me, and I'll see you guys for the next one.